So, I hope you guys are doing pretty well. Right now, the moon is at 97 point, oh shit, I think 4, hold on. 97.2% illumination in Aquarius. So, we just had that super moon in Aquarius. It's been in Aquarius for the last couple days. Very pensive energy, very action oriented, right? You think swords, air energy, it's going to be very action driven, like taking, making a direct plan and really going according to your course. So, yeah, this energy is going to be affecting you. It's been pretty heavy. For the supermoon technically lasted 2 days. It was almost exactly the same illumination for 2 days in a row. And then the only difference was its proximity to Earth. However, on the night before the supermoon, it was actually closer to the Earth than it was during the night of the supermoon. Which, I guess there's a lot of mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo. If you don't know it, right? So basically, you guys are represented by the moon. You're very intuitive. You're very lunar-esque, right? So I feel that it's quite relevant how you are affected by this lunar cycle. I feel that Cancers have a very distinct relationship to the moon. So, whereas, like fire signs might have a more distinct relationship to the sun, or air signs might have distinct relationships to other planets, it's like, when I think Cancer, I think very lunar energy, right? Children of the moon. So, let's see how this is affecting you. What advice we have for you during this time. Just goes flying. Hold up. Let me go grab that guy. Help. Third eye. Ha ha. This is about having visions, manifestation, meditation. Like I said, your intuition's kind of on point. You might be having some crazy dreams lately. You might have like some downloads. You'll just be walking down the street and bam, download. So, let's see. Let's talk about this. It's like your third eye is just wide open right now. It's like very perceptive. You guys are one of the most intuitive signs that there are. So, yeah, I just see you diving deep into that. It's like you're feeling more connected than ever before, probably with it's like having an antenna. And it's like you're really discerning it at this time. We had another flyer. Flight might be your gig, right? Running away from things, right? Your cards are running away. So, Four of Pentacles in reverse tells me that you are right now in the energy of like spending money, right? You might be making big investments, or you just might not be in the mode of saving your money, Six of Pentacles, this is about like having other people kind of like as a support group or other people you can rely on in your life. Whether they're coming into your life or they're already there, you'll already know that, right? The Tower in reverse, this is rebuilding. Rebuilding from things seemingly like kind of falling apart, right? This could be past relationships, past jobs, past mindsets. You know, it's like kind of growing. It's like I'm envisioning like you know, like seeing like the plants like growing through a sidewalk, you know, in the most um unexpected circumstances, being able to grow through things that other people might have crumbled under. Yeah, you're in your rebirth at this time. This guy's just kind of floating, so I'm going to let that one come up too. So, Ten of Wands. It's telling me, with the Justice in reverse, there's something that you hold on to emotionally that kind of brings you out of balance. Could be a Libra, you know, with it being the Justice card in reverse. But this is, it talks about like something that you felt was unfair or something that you felt you didn't deserve. This is something that you hold on to and something that you like, something that really prohibits you from like moving on in certain areas of your life. This could be romantic or otherwise, you know, there's a million other scenarios that it could be. With the World in reverse, it's like you struggle to really close that energetic tie to this. I feel that you know you should, but it's like it haunts your mind. It's like something you focus on a bit more than you should. Ten of Swords. This was a betrayal, a defeat. This is feeling like loss. Right, you got 10-10 on the board though, which represents endings and new beginnings. I feel like there is like when we hold on to emotional hurts like this, it does really prohibit us from like taking the next steps, or it definitely, it's like, for example, I struggled to get onto a motorcycle because when I was on a mini dirt bike once, like I injured my knee really bad. So, you know, it's like I have like a trauma associated with it. So it's hard to get back on that bike, you know. And I feel that you've experienced something similar. I mean, maybe not in a physical injury, but could have been an emotional injury that really makes it hard for you to like explore future endeavors. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is the energy of not wanting to have to do certain things alone, right? With the Strength card, Leo energy. It's like, I definitely feel this energy that, like, you would like to not have to. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage for you to self-motivate. We have King of Pentacles, right? This is establishing yourself. This is also Kingpin energy. This is like you could be starting your own business, right? And sometimes it takes money to make money, you know. However, and with the Six of Pentacles, you could definitely have a business partner, or like you could be working in like a firm or something that like allows you to have like other people that kind of help you along your way, you know. This is boss energy. This King of Pentacles. This is definitely like leadership, and you know, people view you as being wealthy and self-sufficient. You still feel like something's lacking though with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Like you don't want to have to do something on your own. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Also, you don't open yourself up to that either. Like you don't want it to be alone. At the same time, you don't really open yourself up to new prospects. It's like if you don't open yourself up to that, how do you expect those things to work out for you? You expect you expect things to just kind of fall into your living room one day. You have to put yourself out there. Be a little bit vulnerable. That can be a bit scary. Damn, flying. Flying. These cards are flying. You know how people have that fight or flight thing? You've got flight. That's your MO. You get a little scared, a little afraid of being vulnerable, and you run. Page of Wands. I see an offer or communication coming in here. This is interesting because it says 10 of Cups, right? This is something that could bring in that emotional fulfillment, that thing that, like, now you have 10, 10, 10 on the board, right? This is endings and new beginnings in your mind, body, and spirit. But it's like, this is like somebody kind of stepping in, wanting to, like, be what you desire, right? Or, like, to fill a certain role in your life, to provide emotional abundance and like beauty in your life, right? With a star in reverse, Aquarius energy, this is also kind of saying that you lack faith, right? You lack faith in this. As much as you want it, you lack faith in it. You doubt it, right? You allow doubt to seep in. You allow that to kind of like taint any potential that could show up. It's like you're just looking, if you focus on the worst case scenario, that is what you will manifest, right? Two of Wands in reverse with the Four of Wands. Somebody here is very decisive, right? And I don't see that being you. It's very decisive. This is like somebody who knows what they want, that knows the foundations they want to create, which knows the direction that they want to go in. More flying! Bro, if another card flies, I'm ending this reading, okay? Yeah, see, Ace of Swords, more of that air energy showing up, and it's like somebody takes action here, right? Somebody is like, alright, I'm initiating this, taking that first step. Then we go to Two of Swords, right? from this openness and like ready for change, ready for that transition, that growth or whatever, to the Two of Swords, which says that like this is a guardedness, right? You can't enter into certain things guarded. You can't expect other people to be vulnerable with you if you're too afraid to be vulnerable with them, right? You have to have the same kind of openness and receptivity that you want from another person, right? And with the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Death card, this is what makes somebody kind of give up the effort, right? This is kind of what makes them be like, okay, like, I'm done extending myself. I'm done, like, I'm putting an end to this, like, back and forth, whatever, because, like, there's so many walls, that kind of, like, inhibit any potentiality there. And so it's like somebody gets tired of hitting those walls. What's your advice? And I understand you made those walls when you were in survival mode, but now that you're no longer in survival mode, it's time to go into thrival mode, right? Like, you don't have to use the same techniques you did to survive when you're in the mindset of thriving. Time for new techniques, time for new methods, time for new understandings. So what's your advice? King of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of air energy here. Put the sword down, right? Two swords, which came up, represents like two swords that like guard the heart, right? King of Swords always has his sword up, right? Right in front of his chest. Always has his sword up, always prepared. Untouchable, right? The King of Swords is cold and untouchable. And your advice here is to be the opposite of that, right? To be a bit more warm and inviting and tangible, right? Tangible to the things that you desire in life. You can't keep manifesting something over and over and over and then shutting it down out of fear or doubt or confusion, right? I tell everyone, anything that brings fear, doubt, and confusion into your life, well, that represents like that kind of that demonic energy, right? To me, when I feel things like fear, doubt, and insecurity, that's demonic. I'm like, I shut that down and I face that shit head on, like, because I don't allow that to control me, right? Fear, doubt, and insecurity, confusion, I don't allow those things to control me. Those are, or to control my actions. And I feel that you're being kind of called to not allow those things to control you in your actions, right? To stop allowing the past to inhibit your future growth and progression. Man, you are all swords though, man. Swords are up. It's like you're prepared for the worst case scenario, but have you once thought to prepare for the best case scenario? Because that's what you're being called to do. You're being called to prepare for the best case scenario. Vishwamata. Although you may be in circumstances that you would prefer not to be in at this time, you are actually in a position of unrealized spiritual power. You will gain benefit from what is transpiring when the relevant learning and personal growth have been acknowledged and integrated. These circumstances will give way to a more favorable situation. I want one more. Maybe more. Let's see. Kaladara. When hope is lost and a way forward cannot be sensed, Kali's love will find a way. If the path does not yet exist, then it shall be created. If you cannot see or feel how you can move from where you are to where you want to be, Kali's wisdom and grace will manifest at the perfect time to provide what is needed. So yes, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Be gentle with yourself. You don't have to live in survival mode. Prepare for the best, you know? I know it's hard, especially when you've experienced the worst, but did you survive? You know? But did you make it? You did. And therefore it's like, it's okay to be open to the potential that things could simply work out in your favor for the best, for you now. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.